If you are like me, then you have fallen in love with a brand new luxury handbag that you couldn't afford. Well, I have good news for you because not all luxury handbags hold their value very well. In fact, some of them drop dramatically. And in this video, I'm going to show you 6 luxury bags whose prices have dropped so far below retail that if you wanted them then, you're simply going to have to get one now. These prices are too good to pass up. I'll show you bags from Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, and from Fendi. And I'll have a bonus item at the end from Coach, so stay tuned. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community posts on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. And if you have any bags in your collection that you wanted brand new, but they were so expensive you just couldn't bring yourself to do it, but then later you found it on the pre-loved market for a much better price, I would love to know what you got. So take a moment, if you don't mind, pause the video and let me know in the comments below. So for each of these 6 bags, I'm going to tell you what the original retail cost was, what the current cheapest bag I could find was, and then I'll give you 3 examples of this bag that are so much more affordable. Let's start with the most expensive bag here, and then we'll go into price points that are even lower. The Louis Vuitton capucines. Now the capucines is like Louis Vuitton's premier bag. They really tout this as a very, very special bag, and it's very expensive. But surprisingly, the capucines does not hold its value very well on the pre-loved market. There are currently 3 sizes of the capucine on the Louis Vuitton website. The cheapest mini that they have starts at $6,100. The cheapest BB size starts at $6,750, and the cheapest MM size, which is the largest, starts at $7,450. But on the pre-loved market, the cheapest mini that I found was $4,150. That's still pretty expensive, but it's $2,000 off retail. But here's where we get into the big deals, because apparently the minis are maybe harder to get or they're higher in demand. The BB, which retails from $6,750, the cheapest one I found was only $2,180. And then the MM, that's where you're going to find the best deals, because I think there's more demand for the smaller sizes. The MM retail, remember, $7,450. The cheapest one I found was only $1,835. And that is this one. It's this blue bag listed in very good condition. Now let's note here, the bags that I'm telling you about that are the cheapest that I found are typically going to have condition issues. So if you're interested in one of those bags at those prices, know that and check the listings, look at the photos really closely, read everything before you buy it, and know that a lot of those that are the very cheapest I found are going to be the kinds of bags that need rehabbing. They're not going to be, for most people anyway, bags you just want to buy and start carrying. Like, they need work. That's why I'm providing you with other examples besides just the cheapest one. So this blue one listed in very good condition. It does have condition issues, but it is a stunning color. And of course I will have that and all the other bags I'm talking about linked in the description box below. I will also list not just the bags I'm talking about, but links to all of the, in this case, the capucines. So you could search through there yourself and see if there's something else that I'm not mentioning that appeals to you at a price that appeals to you, and the condition and everything. You find the perfect combination for you. Here's one I thought was a great deal. So the capucines, they have a lot of these bags, they'll have the plain version and then they'll have more special versions. One that stood out to me that was the plain version. So it's one color and it's just leather. This is in the MM size in the color Magnolia, which is this beautiful light pink. I've been looking for at least a year for the perfect light pink bag that isn't beige, but that's kind of beige but a little more pink, if that makes sense. Haven't found it yet, but this looks like it could be the perfect color for me. So you might like it too. They do have two in the same color and size that are cheaper than this one, but those have condition issues, and this one is in excellent condition, and it comes with the box and the dust bag and the strap and all the things, and it looks beautiful. And this one is $2,830. If you're looking for something more special, they have a bunch to choose from, but on the lower price range, there's this tweed one. So I love a bag with texture. You've got a couple of those behind me. Especially if I was to go for something like a capucine and, you know, you think of that as a special bag, I would personally want something extra special. So texture is one thing I look for. This tweed one, so there's really pretty pastel colors. It's in excellent condition with the dust bag and the strap. And it is $3,150. So it's still a little pricey, but this is still half of what one of the plain brand new capucines costs. Okay, let's move to the second bag that I'm talking about. So you guys know the Fendi baguette. You know that that has been very popular in the last couple of years. And you know that even on the pre-loved market, the prices are pretty high because of the demand. If you're interested in getting something that is very similar to the Fendi baguette, but a little bigger so you have a little more room to put your things, you may be interested in the Fendi Mama baguette. Now the Mama baguette is discontinued from Fendi, so I couldn't get a price on that, but the regular baguette, like the regular size in the Zucca print, the brand new one is $3,750, but these Mama baguettes I found as low as $380. I mean, that's an incredible price difference. Now that one, of course, had some problems, but I would point out that this cheapest one isn't even a fabric bag. It's not jacquard, it's not any other fabric that you would think, oh, a fabric bag is gonna wear faster. No, this one for $380 is a Selleria bag. If you're not familiar with the Selleria bags from Fendi, they are hand stitched, they are all leather inside and out, and their price points brand new at Fendi are way up there, like $6,000-$7,000 mark to start. So to get a Fendi Mama baguette for $380 is quite the bargain. Now, of course, this one has problems. It may need to be cleaned, rehabbed. I'm not sure what all would have to be done to it, but somebody out there may be interested in that. I found one in Zucca print that's in excellent condition. It was one of the best ones I found for still a reasonable price point considering baguettes are so popular. This one is $1,145, but it says all it has are some scratches to the hardware. And again, when you consider that Zucca baguette being $3,700, this one's only $1,100. It's still quite the bargain. Now this one is very special. I love this one, and had I not purchased a fur bag pre-loved last year that I never ended up using, I might jump on this one myself. I really love this. So this one is mink, and I love the two-tone color of the fur. I also especially love inside the FF buckle, it has these little things, I don't know what they are exactly, but they kind of look like crystals, and that just takes it up another level too. And you won't believe the price on this one for an exotic piece, only $1,440. Next is a bag that was very, very popular in its day. It's since been discontinued by Louis Vuitton. The Artsy. I used to see these everywhere, and if you always loved them and wished you could get one but you couldn't afford it back then, now is your time, let me tell you. I would say one word of caution on these, especially if you go with a leather one. Some of them did have some glazing issues, so watch out for that. From Louis Vuitton, the canvas Artsy, they came in canvas and in leather. The canvas retailed for $2,500. The leather retailed for $3,500. Currently, the cheapest canvas I found was $775. That's it. And the leather, $975, under $1,000. And one thing I noticed as I was looking across the board at all these Artsies is you can get the leather ones cheaper than the canvas ones. There are so many available on the pre-loved market right now, so you really need to do a little digging and figure out what exactly you want and find the best bargain for you. Again, I will have the links below so you can sort through them all yourself and pick out what's best for you. But let me show you a couple. So the one that's canvas, that's $7.75, it's in rough shape. But then the leather one for $9.75, it says it's only in good condition, and it says it has corner wear, but when I looked at the photos, I didn't see corner wear. It looked better in the photos than it sounds in the description. And this color, it's the most beautiful deep red shade. I love that. I'm not a red person, but that red I like. And by the way, the most expensive artsy I saw was still only $2,800 something, and that was a leather one. And remember, the leather retailed for $3,500. I will tell you about one extra special artsy that I found. It was this black python. It was more pricey at $4,500. However, it says that the original retail price was $14,000. So you're saving $10,000 on that bag. That is incredible. If you can afford $4,500 and you're interested in a python artsy, I've got it for you. That is a steal. Next up, another bag that I used to see everywhere and don't so much anymore, but they do still make them. The Givenchy Antigona. That bag has been on my wish list for several years now. I almost bought one a few years ago and then changed my mind. Mostly because I couldn't decide which one I wanted, because like Fendi, they have all kinds of interesting options in the leathers and the textures, and picking just the perfect one can be a little challenging sometimes. I like to think of the Antigona as like the edgy big sister to the Speedy, and it comes in a couple of sizes. The ones I saw the most of were the mini and the medium. Now, if you have never seen the medium in person before, it's really pretty big, and the Antigonas can be kind of heavy, so keep those things in mind too. Personally, I like the mini size, and it seems like there's a small size. Pretty sure, yeah. So the two smaller sizes are my personal favorite, but the medium, if you need something pretty big, that's available for you too. And the mediums tend to be a little cheaper because people are more drawn to the small ones, just like the capucines. So the mini size currently retails from Givenchy for $1,950. They do also have a toy and a micro, which I didn't know about, so just be aware of that. And then the medium retails for $2,650, but on the pre-loved market, the cheapest one I found was only $317. The prices on these have gone way down. So that $317 one is a medium size, but it's in this amazing blue leather, like really eye-catching if you're a person who loves color. This one does have serious condition issues like peeling, but I warned you guys on that already. Some of these are rehab bags. But I also found this mini in this jewel-toned blue that I love so much. It would look beautiful on my shelves back here with these bags. And it was only $750, and that is the mini size. And if you're looking for texture, something maybe a little more special, there's this mini size that's croc embossed in a color they call Dune, and that is $1,165. And there are so many variations of the Antigona. If you're interested in that bag, check it out below. You can see everything from the smushy sugar goatskin leathers to more of the box calf leathers that are shiny and more structured, to the ones with studs and shearling and colors and all kinds of fun things. And bonus item, or bonus Antigona, there's a medium size in black python for only $1,056. That's cheaper than the mock croc one. You python lovers, throwing you some bones or some rats. Would that be more appropriate? Next up, one of my favorite bags. I have one sitting behind me, the Fendi Peekaboo. This one is a mini size. I've been wanting to add the next size up, a medium, for a while now, and I may someday even want to add a large. And I definitely want to get both of those on the pre-loved market because the prices are so much lower. So at Fendi, the classic leather mini Peekaboo starts at $4,900. Pre-loved, the cheapest one I found, $447. That was for a white one in the medium size. And the only thing that I saw wrong on this bag, according to the photographs, was in front of the buckle on one side, there was a blue pen mark. And then there was some other kind of mark there too that I couldn't tell if the leather was rubbed away right there or if it was something that could be wiped off. But if somebody wanted to get that Fendi peekaboo for $447, and you know how to get ink out of leather, or maybe you want to dye the bag or paint the bag. I mean, what a bargain. You could even just take the beautiful white canvas, I mean it's leather, but you know what I mean, like a painting canvas of the bag, and paint some little design over that pen mark. Somebody could do wonders with this. Another one I saw that was pretty fabulous that I thought some of you would be interested in, and it reminds me of a bag that Winnie B LV got recently. I will link that video below. This is a mini size in this bright blue, but then it has this pink trim. And one thing I noticed is a lot of the peekaboos that are on the pre-loved market tend to be more neutral colors, but of course it's Fendi, so there are also going to be some colors splashed in, and there are going to be some textures and wonderful, amazing things. And this one is only $712. That's pretty unbelievable. And I also had to throw in this one that's all pink, because I know a lot of people love pink. And this one is a little more expensive, but it's still so much cheaper than retail, $1,335. And I'm going to give you a bonus peekaboo, because there were just too many to choose from, and I couldn't pick only 3. This one is so pretty and unique. It's this light pink leather, and then it has whip stitching around the sides, and that's done in ribbon with a little floral print on it. And then the handle is also wrapped in another ribbon with floral print, and then it has this bow on the end. Really unique piece, beautiful if you want something a little extra special in a Fendi peekaboo. And that one is only $1,245. Next is a bag that just recently came to my attention because I keep seeing it pop up on the pre-loved market, and I kept thinking, that looks like something else I'm familiar with. What is it? Some of you are going to know this. It's the Louis Vuitton Mazarine. This is a leather empreinte bag, and it looks just like the Louis Vuitton Sienna, which is in Damier Ben in one of their canvases. They're almost identical. The Mazarine has been discontinued for a while. I know it was available around 2016 because I did a little research, but I don't know what time period it was sold. But if you're looking for a bargain on a leather Louis Vuitton bag, and you don't want to go as big as the artsy, you'd like something smaller, something crossbody, the Mazarine could be just what you're looking for. I'm very tempted to get one myself. And the Sienna, similar to with the artsy, the Sienna, the canvas one, is more expensive on the pre-loved market than the leather Mazarine. So at Louis Vuitton, the Mazarine, according to some research that I did, retailed for $2,870. But pre-loved, the cheapest one I found, again, this is Louis Vuitton leather, $1,000. There aren't that many of these on the pre-loved market right now, but there are enough that you have some choices. That $1,000 one is black. It's in the PM size. This bag comes in PM and MM. There's not a lot of variation in these like there is with something like Fendi or with the Antigona. They're just all the empreinte leather, and they come in a small handful of colors. There was also this taupe one in the PM size, $1,135. And this, if you're looking for a true red, this is a PM size, $1,225. Now for the bonus item from Coach. The Coach Rogue. Now this video has been all about luxury bags, and a lot of people do not consider Coach to be a luxury brand, but the Rogue is their top of the line bag. They're very well made. They're as well made as many bags from luxury brands, and the price point tends to be up there too. They retail starting at $500 and they go well above $1,000 depending on which bag it is. But on the pre-loved market, they don't hold their value that well. The cheapest one I found right now was $234. That's for this with gray leather. But if you look close on this, you'll notice that the handle and the little clochette, and I'm not sure if anything else, but at least those things are snake. So it has this exotic trim on a bag for only $234. There's also this classic brown one that's $279. And this is the most special one I found, the one with all the leather flowers on it. So black background, pink flowers, pink interior on this too. This would retail for around $1,000, maybe more, but the pre-loved price is $598. So it's about half price. So what was your favorite bag from this list? Was there anything that you have always wanted and you didn't even realize that the prices are so much cheaper now? What other bags do you know of that have dropped so much in value? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.